Hello everyone, Dr. Suneel Dhand, internal medicine physician. Welcome to another video. Matthew Perry, who tragically died last year from an overdose, his death affected many people. He was very well known, and unfortunately we have had some disturbing news over the last 24 hours that doctors may have been the main contributors and enablers in his tragic demise. Matthew Perry, of course, was best known for his role in Friends, the hit TV series. And I remember when I was in high school, this show was very popular, even in the UK. It was obviously an American show. And I remember hearing from friends about all the characters in the show Friends. Even though I wasn't a fan myself, I would hear a lot about that particular show. So Matthew Perry was a well-known face, even to people who were not fans of the show. Let me share these very disturbing details with you here. 2 doctors and the Ketamine Queen are charged in the overdose death of actor Matthew Perry. A web of people motivated by greed. 2 doctors, a live-in personal assistant, an acquaintance, and a drug dealer known as the Ketamine Queen conspired to provide Matthew Perry with the ketamine that caused his accidental overdose death last year, federal authorities announced Thursday. Horrible to think that 2 doctors, 2 people with a medical degree, could have been highly involved in his tragic demise. The 5 individuals have all been charged in connection with Perry's death, as his descent into ketamine addiction deepened last fall. They took advantage of the actor's vulnerable condition to enrich themselves, authorities say. Ketamine is something that I've been suspicious about for some time. It is used way more in the United States than other countries used to treat quote-unquote mental health conditions, and I actually know somebody who may have had a tragic demise due to ketamine as well. So I am not a fan of this drug by any stretch of the imagination. I've never prescribed it before and never will. So Matthew Perry, 54 years old, so young, was found face down in the heated end of a pool at his home in California on October 28, 2023, and the medical examiner's office attributed his death due to the acute effects of ketamine, an anesthetic with psychedelic properties. And it says here, long known as a club drug, it's increasingly used to treat people with depression and other mental health issues, but carries serious medical risks. I concur with that. So who were these doctors? So one of the doctors from Santa Monica, Salvador Plasencia, reached out to another doctor, Mark Chavez of San Diego, who had owned a ketamine clinic. Soon the 2 physicians were discussing how much to charge Perry for the drug. And listen to what they had to say about their patient. I wonder how much this moron will pay, Plasencia said in a text message to Chavez, according to the indictment. Let's find out. So much disrespect there. And remember, this only got found out because Perry is a celebrity. How many more instances are there like this, where doctors are basically running pill and injection mills while making fun of their patients? Plasencia went on to provide ketamine to Perry and his assistant. Plasencia repeatedly injected Perry with the drug himself and also instructed this other person on how to do it. So how much money was made by these doctors for prescribing this very powerful medication? Such a stain on the medical profession to have these doctors within the medical profession practicing medicine. And I really do believe, I know that I criticize the medical profession a lot, quite rightly, but I still believe that doctors like this are the absolute minority. Most doctors wouldn't dream of doing something like this. From September until Perry's death in late October, the doctors provided him with about 20 vials of ketamine at a price of $55,000 in cash. This is important to remember when you're dealing with celebrities who almost have unlimited amounts of cash. There are some very bad apple doctors out there who look at this as an opportunity to make riches very fast indeed. I believe a similar thing happened with Michael Jackson. Then they talk about this major underground seller known as the Ketamine Queen, a dual US and UK citizen who lived in North Hollywood. Jasveen Sangha had been selling ketamine and other drugs for years, according to federal prosecutors. So that's another big red flag there, a dual UK-US citizen. Bad news. I say that tongue-in-cheek. Most of us are fine, upstanding citizens, proud to be citizens of 2 great countries. Obviously, this seems like a very bad person indeed, this person who has been charged. She knew that ketamine could be fatal. A family member sent a text to her, "The ketamine you sold my brother killed him. it's listed as the cause of death. And then according to prosecutors, this person typed into Google, "Can ketamine be listed as a cause of death?" She began providing the drugs to Perry through an intermediate, and then Perry was injected with at least 3 shots of ketamine using syringes provided by Placencia. So all of these people are now arrested, and they are charged with 1 count of conspiracy to distribute ketamine. Sanger was also charged with several other drug-related offenses. A lawyer for Placencia, who operated a clinic in a strip mall, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. So are doctors like this likely to offer other drugs without proper oversight? Oh, what a surprise. Here we go. Placencia offered him weight loss drugs, no doubt injections, without a consultation. This is actually going on all over America right now, but I don't want to go off in a tangent, but I believe we are going to come to really regret how weight loss injections are being dished out like candy right now without the proper oversight, happening all over America, and reflects a bigger problem of a pill and injection culture and doctors not doing their jobs properly and clearly stating that these things shouldn't happen. I wish they had done that as well during the opioid scandal. On Thursday afternoon, a sign advertising weight loss medication remained outside Placencia's clinic, but the front doors were locked. After Perry's death, federal agents and detectives searched Sanger's home and they found approximately 79 vials of ketamine, 3 pounds of orange pills containing methamphetamine, and hallucinogenic mushrooms and cocaine. Oh, absolutely terrible. But let's talk more about what Matthew Perry was receiving as a therapy to treat his depression. Perry had been undergoing ketamine infusion therapy to treat depression and anxiety, but his last session took place more than a week prior to his death. Oh, this really touches upon the ridiculous way that we treat mental health with these powerful medications. This is the tip of a bigger iceberg. Our whole paradigm is wrong in healthcare, especially in the United States. Lots of these drugs wouldn't even be dreamed of in other countries. The levels of ketamine in Matthew Perry's body were high, equivalent to the amount used for general anesthesia during surgery, according to the medical examiner. Perry had been open about his lengthy struggles with opioid addiction and alcoholism. Absolutely horrendous to take someone with addiction and substance dependence issues and inject them with powerful drugs instead of really helping them with their problems. The article then talks about how Michael Jackson, who tragically passed away early as well at a young age in 2009, how his private physician, Dr. Murray, was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter for providing the singer with a fatal dose of powerful drugs. So was I surprised when I saw this headline that doctors had been implicated in the demise of Matthew Perry? Sadly not, because we've seen it before, and I don't doubt that we will see it again in the future, unless things change, because there are doctors out there who unfortunately will do anything for money, and celebrities are an easy target for them, who are willing to pay vast amounts of cash, and doctors who are willing to do any number of unethical things in pursuit of cash. Pure greed and unethical, inexcusable behavior that leads to people dying. Rest in peace, Matthew Perry. You probably wouldn't have died like that in many other countries. Thanks everyone for watching. Dr. Suneel Dhand. Check out my website and my free downloads. Those links are down below. Hit the like button if you like this video and the bell button for more similar videos in the future. We will speak again very soon.